My bad. Totally forgot that cookie was in my mouth. My bad. How's it going, everybody? It's DanFromHali back with another reaction video for you today, and this time it's going to be a home free original with Christmas Ain't for the Lonely. I've been doing these Christmas songs in favor, or, well, let's just say it. 'Tis the season for Christmas song reactions, so that's what we're going to be doing here today with another home free reaction. It's not a Patreon request. It's none of that. It's just you, me, and some great music from Home Free. So, you want to get into this, and so do I. So here is Home Free, Christmas Ain't for the Lonely. As my Christmas song reactions keep on trucking.
They say it's a time of year for spreading cheer, but tell me, how can I without you here? Sitting by the fireside as it dries the tears I've cried. Just don't make for a very merry Yuletide. I can still see you and me hanging tinsel on the tree. I was mesmerized by the lights in your eyes. Lights in your eyes. Staying up the night before, curled up on the floor, waiting for that sun to rise. Christmas without you and me is not the way that it should be. Just stuck here in the winter breeze with nothing left but memories. Bells are ringing, choirs are singing, and it's all just stinging. What a time to feel this way. It's not much of a holiday without your one and only. Oh, Christmas ain't for the lonely. Driving around the neighborhood, no, it's just no good. All the lights aren't shining like they should. Doesn't seem so long ago there were two angels in the snow. Now it's just me beneath the mistletoe. I remember that first night, shivering, you couldn't fight. Your teeth would chatter and you'd smile and blush. In the park on Christmas Eve, your hands deep inside your sleeves, we'd kiss and the whole world would hush. Christmas without you and me.
All right, let's stop it there. We can't go the whole song without actually reacting, because that's a whole part of it. And yeah, so this is really good. And I mean the song, not the cookie I was eating that I put you on mute so I could finish. It was just sitting there. I'm sorry. I couldn't let the half-eaten cookie go unfinished. It's just how it is. I've brought enough for the rest of the class. If you want one, you can come over. I'll give you a cookie. Alright. That said, this song is really good. It's very sweet. It's very sincere. It's sung very, very well. There's nothing bad that I can say about this. I mean, it does sound a little bit familiar, but then again, so does a lot of music of this type, right? You've heard it before, just different sets of circumstances and a different set of pipes behind it. And that's really what makes the difference when it comes to Home Free. It's who's behind the song, who's doing the writing, who's doing the singing. So this is really good. It's very reminiscent. It's kind of it's hitting me in a very specific way, but that's kind of Christmas, isn't it? You know, Christmas does things to people it makes them feel certain things, feel for the Christmases of old, whether it's a family that you've lost, a loved one, friends that have grown apart. I always find myself thinking of the good times that I've had with loved ones, and in specific, times like this. Before my current girlfriend Catherine, who we just had a fantastic weekend setting up our Christmas tree. I know it's a little bit late, um, but yeah, we spent a fantastic weekend setting up our Christmas tree and talking about all of our plans for the coming Christmas holiday, because we're both super lucky enough to have the week after Christmas off. So we're planning all of our activities and winter fun things to do together, even while Nova Scotia is being threatened with the potential of another lockdown. I feel it's coming. So we're trying to get in as much fun as we possibly can before our world kind of shuts down on us. But before I met Catherine, it took me a while to get over my last relationship, and Christmas was a really really rough time for me. So like those text messages coming in with the "Are you okay, bro? Are you okay, Sean?" thing. It was that's very much where I was. I would fall off the face of the earth. My Facebook would be down. My social media would be non-existent. I'd stop streaming on Twitch. It was just time for me to be down the dumps. So when I had a job where I had the option to work on Christmas, that's kind of what I did. I spent several Christmases alone in this giant nightclub, sitting in the back office with a giant TV playing Xbox, because it's all I could do, right? Knowing that I had a job to do and the building to look after kept me from thinking of otherwise being alone, even though technically I was alone outside of the mice and the ghosts in one of Halifax's most haunted buildings. Yeah, Christmas just does that to you, and it doesn't always have to be sad. Sometimes thinking about that and how you've moved forward is a really good thing. That's the spirit of Christmas, right? Um, Spirit of Christmas future is a whole part of the whole Dickensian thing. But we're not through with the song. Probably want me to go back, press play, and keep going. So let's do that.
Sweet kiss, and the whole world would hush. Christmas without you and me is not the way that it should be. Just stuck here in the winter breeze with nothing left but memories. Bells are ringing, choirs are singing, and it's all just stinging. What a time to feel this way. It's not much of a holiday without your one and only. Oh, Christmas ain't for the lonely. Christmas without you and me.
Oh, oh, Flub, I was not ready for that.
is not the way that it should be. Just stuck here in the winter breeze with nothing left but memories. Bells are ringing, choirs are singing, and it's all just stinging. What a time to feel this way. It's not much of a holiday without your one and only. Oh, without your one and only. Christmas ain't for the lonely.
Oh my god. I am trying really hard not to fall apart here. It's taking a lot. Let's adjust this camera down because my chair keeps on falling. It's kind of at the end of its life. And yeah. Okay. I was not ready for that at all. Let's see something. Bolo Brothers, produced by Ben Haley, filmed in Nashville, Tennessee. Oh, you hoodwinked me. Humphrey, you hoodwinked me. You caught me off guard. And I hope you watching this waited until the end before you got at me down the comments saying it's not about a relationship. It's about... I hope you waited. You probably didn't. I know you. That was... That was tough. And to be honest with you, my story still stands. After my last relationship fell apart, I was in an incredibly dark place. I wasn't leaving bed. I wasn't going to work. It was really a matter of survival at that point. And I believe I've talked about this in the past a little bit, but at the time, as sad as it was, I was a guy living in a different city. I'm not Dan from Hali. I'm actually Dan from Clace Bay. And I moved here with very few friends. And once I moved out of... actually, it even took me a while for me to move out from my girlfriends once we broke up. We actually lived together for a couple months afterwards, which was the hardest 2 months of my life. And it was even before that. I'm not going to get into that, though. But there was a long time where if it wasn't for my cat Harley there, they see in the background, she is luckily still with me. Where if it wasn't for her, I don't know what I would have done. You know, her companionship, I don't know what it is. You know, they say cats are cold. Maybe it's just self-preservation. but it really seems that she knew when I was upset and knew when I needed a little bit of attention. And having her to look after and to pet and to play with, that kept me from going off the deep end in the absolute worst way imaginable. And I know that there are a lot of people that are in the same boat that actually live for the pets, even if you don't want to admit it. People that, you know, their cat, their dog, what have you, are what keep them going. That companionship, that's, you know, that's real. And I often think about more than I should probably what things are going to look like after Harley leaves me. I mean, I'm, you know, knock on wood, she's 5, 6 years old now, and she's never had to go to the vet. I've never had issues with her. She eats well. She's in good health every time we've gotten her checked out. So, but you know, pets don't last forever, and when they do, they leave a hole. See, it fell apart there. They leave a hole in your heart that's impossible to fill. You know, you can get a new one, but it's, you know, it'll never be the same Harley. It'll never be the same biscuit. So yeah, that, you know what? That was, I was thinking about this video and what I said about, you know, it's simplistic. You know, it's very familiar. It's reminiscent of something you've heard before. But it is a good song. It's very well sung. The harmonies were great. Another, you know, I was just talking about how much I love Rob's solos in my last home free reaction that I did. It might be the last home free reaction I did. I don't know when these come out or when which one comes out before when. That comes later. I record these all at once. But yeah, I was just talking about how much I'm having a really hard time putting my thoughts together after that traumatic roller coaster ride. But the way you did that video, guys, that was special. That was special, and you knew what you were doing. You knew what people were going to think, and you got me. But that was good. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for another great reaction. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope some of you got hit by this song as hard as I did. And hey, I'm gonna see you real soon with another reaction video. Until then, stay safe. Bye bye.